Hello everyone, it's Glenda and welcome back to my channel, Creative Grandma. I hope everyone is having a happy crochet or knitting day. Well, this video, I'm going to tell you about a brand new yarn collection. It's so new, it's just being released today by Premier Yarns. Now, Premier Yarns has teamed up with Elle magazine to bring out a collection of yarns called Elle by Me. These are luxury yarns. These yarns are, if you really want to make a statement with your crochet or knitting, you have to check these out. I'm going to show you the yarns that they sent me. They sent me a sample box and I have 3 different yarns in the collection. Premier is also going to have 20 patterns available on their website using these yarns. So if you just want to look at the patterns and see what these yarns look like worked up, you can check out those patterns, and I'll put links to these yarns in the description box, and you can check out the patterns by going to Premier's website and hitting patterns. If you go to these yarns, you can click the links and then it will show you some of the patterns underneath the yarns. So let's get started and let me get you excited about yarn. Now let's talk about the first one, Elle by Me. Let me put my glasses on. Sometimes I have a really hard time with pronouncing some of these names. They're so unusual. It's A-U-R-E-L-I-E. Arelli? I'm not sure. Here's the name of the yarn. It's right down there, A-U-R-E-L-I-E. Look how unique that yarn is. Now this yarn has 8 different colorways. So I'm going to read off my little cheat sheets here. It's 77 yards, 71 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It is hand wash. Do not tumble dry. So with some of these specialty yarns, they're great for accessories, maybe, you know, a turban, a hat, a scarf. It's 55% polyester, 36% acrylic, and 9% metallicized polyester. Now it is classified as a number 5 bulky weight yarn. It says this yarn demands attention, and each project that utilizes the unique texture and sparkle deserves its turn in the spotlight. With a sturdy anti-pilling acrylic core wrapped with loop and glittery threads, each colorway is multi-dimensional, which allows this yarn to effortlessly accent other yarns, while the refined palette ensures that on its own, it'll take center stage. So look up close at that yarn. I'm just going to turn it so you can see it. Very unique. So let me show you the 8 colors they have in this yarn. Here are the 8 different colors available in the Arelli. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm going to zoom in so you can see the 8 colors available. So hopefully something for everyone. So those are the 8 colors available. So the next line in the collection is Elle by Me Charlotte. Here it is. A big bundle of softness. This is really soft. I was really surprised when I picked this up. I thought, wow, that is really soft. Now the Charlotte yarn has 32 different colorways, so I'm sure there's a color for you. So again, because this yarn is brand new to me, I'm going to read off my cheat sheets. This yarn comes in 196 yard, 180 meters, 5.29 ounce, 150 grams. It's machine wash cold, tumble dry low. So thank goodness it's a wash and dryable yarn. It's 60% acrylic, 40% wool. It's classified as a number 5 bulky weight yarn. It says craft your next masterpiece using versatile and resilient Charlotte. Charlotte is a soft, bulky weight blend of acrylic and wool, ensuring ease of use, durability through laundering, and warmth when temperatures drop. And I do like that that wool is going to keep you nice and cozy, and this yarn is soft. So 32 different colors, plus they have multi-colors that you can add to the solid colors for something really unique. So now let me show you one of the multi-colors. Now, with most yarn companies, they usually have solids and multis. And when you get into the multis, they do have a little less yardage. So it's the same with this yarn. The multis are going to be a little less yardage. Now, the one thing I forgot to do was tell you the colors. So I'm going to work backwards. This blue, okay, this one does not have a color printed on it. So you'll have to look on the website for that. This multicolor here I'm going to show you is Lynchen Multi. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to go back to the first one. This is the Arelli. This is color Regency Green. It's a very subtle green underneath that gold. So let's get back to the Charlotte Multi. So let's get back to this Charlotte Multi. And I just want to hold it up to the solid. Look how that blue coordinates with the blue in the multi. I really like this. I love soft pastel colors. And then with that creamy color, oh, it's just so pretty. So with the Charlotte Multi, it comes in a 164 yard ball, 150 meters, 4.4 ounces, 125 grams. It's machine wash, cold, tumble dry, low. Again, it's 60% acrylic, 40% wool. It's soft. This is really going to keep you warm. If you live in a really cold climate, now Pennsylvania can get really cold come January and February when it's bitter cold. I'm going to have this yarn wrapped around me so that wool can keep me warm. Again, it's a number 5 bulky weight yarn. So they have 12 different colors available in this multi. So let me show you all 12 colors. And then here are all the colors of the Charlotte Multi. So I'm gonna try to get up close. Now they give these little tiny circles, so it's really hard to see. And again, if you click the links in the description box, you can go right to Premier's website and you can see more details on these yarns. So there's the little circles, and then up here's another one of those colorways. Very beautiful yarn. And again, that was the Charlotte Multicolors. So here is all the colors available in the Charlotte yarn. You can see all 32 colors. So a color for just about everyone. Now, this is not Premier's website. This is just a cheat sheet they sent me to show me all the colors. So hopefully you can see them okay. And then the last yarn, I believe it's pronounced Audette. So I'm just going to hold it up. You can see the name of the yarn there on the bottom. Look at this yarn. It has that chain spun construction, and then it has a fuzziness to it. Now there's 12 different colors available in the Audette, if I'm saying that correctly, yarn. It comes in a 328 yard ball, 300 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. Now this is 23% polyester, 22% alpaca, 22% superwash merino wool, 18% metallicized polyester, and 15% acrylic. So it's a lot going on there with all these fiber blends. It's a number 5 bulky weight yarn. Now this yarn is hand wash and lay flat to dry. So this is going to be one of those yarns where you have to find a project that is suitable to lay flat to dry. So it's a very pretty yarn. It has that glitter going through it. I'm going to hold it up there again. Can you see that glitter? So I could see this maybe in a hat, a scarf, maybe a headband, maybe even a shawl if it's manageable to lay flat to dry. Now these yarns are classified as luxury yarns. They are made to have a purpose of the wow factor. And this yarn in particular really has a wow factor in my opinion. I just think that's extraordinary yarn. It has a really cool look to it. So I'm gonna play around with these yarns, make a couple samples and show you what it's gonna look like. So I'm back, I worked up some samples. Now, did my opinion change after I actually worked with the yarn? Because seeing the yarn is one thing, but actually getting it, working it, crocheting with it, Did I change my opinion? And I'm going to say, well, yes, I did. So let's start with the first yarn, the Charlotte. It came in solid colors and it came in multicolors. So the first sample I made, I used a size K 10.5 hook, and I used the solid with the multicolor. So I just used a half double crochet and a half double crochet cross stitch. So you can see it almost looks like real pale watercolors on that white. Now, what did I think of the yarn working it up? Well, it really was easy to crochet with. It glided across my hook so smoothly. It was just a wonderful, dreamy yarn to work with. And I have to say, I really did love this yarn. Now, if I have to rank it 10 out of 10, I'm going to say an 8 out of 10 because I did not get a chance to wash and dry it. I just wanted to work it up and let you know what I thought of it, the feel of it after I worked it up. This is something that I would like to have a blanket made with. I think this is just wonderful yarn. So this is a solid mixed with a multi. Let me show it to you one more time. It's really hard to see the colors, but this is a very small sample. So then I took the multicolor and I crocheted it by itself. So here is my sample. Now remember, these are really small samples. I just love this one. I absolutely fell in love with it. This, I just used a half double crochet V-stitch. I just used really quick stitches. I just thought this was so pretty, and I just think that this is so soft. It's so cozy. It's a 5 bulky weight yarn, so it's going to work up quickly. And I just love those little patches of colors. I just think it's really pretty. So this yarn, the Charlotte, I am going to highly recommend. I just think it's wonderful. It's soft. It's dreamy to work with. And I really like this one. Now, when I do these videos, you have to remember this is my opinion only. This is my experience. Your experience may be different. So now I'm going to go to the other 2 yarns. And again, it is my opinion only. Now, the next yarn I worked up was the Arelli. I don't know how to pronounce it. This fancier yarn. Now, the first thing I thought about this yarn was once I took the label off, I seen this. And I thought, uh-oh, that's going to be hard to work with. Well, it really wasn't. It was really easy to work with. So let me grab my sample. Now with this yarn, I only made a small sample. Here it is. There's the front. There's the back. And at first, I thought this would make like a hat, a scarf, but then I started working it up and I used the single crochet. And it's very dense. I think for a hat and scarf, it's going to be dense. It doesn't have a lot of stretch. I'm stretching it, well, this way it does. If you stretch it this way, it has some stretch. If you stretch it this way, not so much. And I'm thinking it's going to, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't have any flow. It's just really stiff and dense. So my opinion did change on this. I don't know what I would use this yarn for. And because it wasn't released until noon today, I'm filming in advance. I don't know what they made out of this yarn to give any recommendations. I was thinking maybe a crossover bag, something that you just want a little, you know, something unique because of the denseness. I'm really not sure what you would use this yarn for. Maybe something to accent a project. And again, it's really dense and it's a number 5 weight yarn. So this one, I'm not sure. I'm going to rank it a 5 out of 10 because basically I probably would never use this yarn for anything, but that opinion might change if I see a pattern that I like. Maybe if Premier has patterns with this yarn, I may see something that I would like and I would change my mind. But overall, with the loopy thread mixed with the other one, it wasn't hard to crochet with. It's just something I don't think I would enjoy crocheting with. So that was my second sample. So my opinion did change on this yarn. Now my last sample was made with the Audette. I think that's how you say it, this yarn. Now, when I first felt it, it felt soft. It did have like a little bit of a strange feeling to it. And then I really worked up a small sample. Here it is. Once I started working with this yarn, I have to say it wasn't a yarn for me. Here it is, just a simple half double crochet V-stitch. You can see the look of this yarn when it's worked up. I did not like the look of the yarn when it was worked up. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It almost looked like you put it in the laundry and it felted itself or something. I'm not sure. I don't even know how to describe this yarn. Once I started working it up, you can see small sample because I just did not enjoy working with this yarn. I do try to think positive about all yarns that I review. So I'm going to rank these yarns as the Charlotte. I guarantee that you're going to like the Charlotte yarn. I can say that because of the softness, because of the way it works up, the colors, everything about it, I just thought was perfect. It's a yarn that I would definitely have in my stash. Now the Arelli, or however you pronounce it, this was my second favorite. Not a yarn I would use, but it's not bad. I mean, it's very unique, has a wonderful look, but I just don't know what you would use it for. Now the last sample, the Audette or Audette, just didn't care for it. Now remember, this is my opinion only. Your opinion may be different. So that is my review of the new Elle by Me yarns coming out by Premier today at noon. Now, the only thing I cannot tell you is the price. I did ask Premier Yarns if they could give me the price points because I do film in advance and they never email me back. So you can check out those prices by clicking the links. Now, please remember these videos, when I do these reviews, I try to give my honest review of my experience and what I think. But your experience, you may have a different style of crochet method. You might make different types of crochet where these yarns will be perfect for you. So please keep that in mind. Now, I do think this Charlotte is one of the yarns that I will be ordering in because I absolutely think this is the most dreamiest yarn you could possibly want, especially if you want a cardigan or a nice cozy blanket. So that is my opinion of the samples that Premier sent to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it has been helpful. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the crochet fun here on Creative Grandma's channel. So until next time, stay inspired and happy crocheting. Bye, everyone.